Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently moving into the intended direction. We've been talking about this C-wave rally and the preferred wave count in yellow in the last few days, since the B wave here likely bottomed on the 22nd of March on Friday. And I shared with you earlier today a potential micro count, and this is currently being followed, which is great. So let's talk about the structure here briefly. Not too much happened. It's just moving currently into the, basically into the expected direction. But bear in mind, this is likely just a larger corrective ABC structure, as highlighted there in yellow. And it started most likely last week on the 13th with this correction, ABC, in an A wave. The idea is that this is a B wave, which again is an ABC structure. And we should then, once this B wave is completed, watch for a C wave to the downside, which would be a 5-wave pattern, which could obviously then land sort of in the middle of this orange support zone, possibly around 55K. We can calculate the specific target as soon as we have the B wave top in place. I gave you a target range for this B wave, and typically the first target for such a B wave is the area around the 100% extension level of the A wave. So target for the C wave of B is the 100% extension of the A wave. Basically all that means is that they have the same length. They often do. And here we talk about 69,920. Next level would be 71,857. So these two levels would be definitely the first levels to watch as we climb higher. I mentioned to you that these B waves can even overshoot, which might become a topic now, something to talk about now that finally the C wave is starting to move. It doesn't look like an impulse to the upside, but it could be an ending diagonal, which is good because we can recognize the subwaves a little bit better. And probabilities are still high, I think, for an extended ABC structure. I mean, technically possible that this wave 4 bottomed here, right? I mean, that is possible. I explained that today in our member live stream that we had today. Every Sunday we have a member live stream. How exactly this wave structure is unfolding. What are the things to watch out for, and why it was not my preferred scenario and still isn't that all of wave 4 bottomed here, but that the wave 4s generally have a tendency to extend, and therefore I'm looking for a more extended ABC structure, as opposed to a very, very, it's not a shallow B wave, but let's say a B wave that only reached here the 61.8 retracement. They just generally have the tendency to extend, and we could rather get closer to the 78.6 extension level, retracement level at 70.7K, or even the 88.7 fib level at 72,150. So that's sort of, I think, support is clear, resistance is clear, the next targets are clear. Structurally, what I'm watching for here is a 5-wave pattern in wave C. It appears that the 1-2 setup completed. We talked about that in the last video, and I shared with you that the upside pressure is high against the wave 2 low. So it would basically take a break below the wave 2 low at 63,950 to push the price down directly into the lower support region. But at the moment, we are basically holding support, and the price even breaks out, or is breaking out now. Broke above the wave 1 high, which is always a great confirmation that a third wave is unfolding. Okay, taking out the wave 1 high is confirmation for a third wave. Confirmation isn't a certainty, however. Okay, it's more like a should, not a will. And we also broke out above this B wave high. Are we trying to do that? I wouldn't call that a sustained break yet. So that's at around $66,710, $720. Now, if we talk about the microstructure here, I already gave you generally the target levels for the C wave in wave B. But what we can also do is to take a look at the subdivisions here and measure the length of wave 1 of C. Then we go to the low of the wave 2 of C, and we're looking for the 1.236 and 1.38 extension levels They are two key levels for the yellow third wave. It's pointing towards 68,556 and 69,130. That gives us good confluence sort of with this target area, because then as soon as wave 3 is finished, possibly around 69k, maybe a little higher, then the wave 4 can start, which would be a rather shallow pullback ideally. And then a wave 5 to the upside could send us into that range of 69.9k plus. I don't think there is much more to talk about right now. Bear in mind, there is some structural resistance around the previous A wave high at 68,525. But once that's overcome, yeah, we should get into this target area up there for wave C of B. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit a like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.